So I haven't done a video in a while. Thought I would do one today. I get a lot of questions on what I use. What exactly do you use on your face? What are the things that you like the best? And a couple of little, I guess, secrets or finishing touches that I do. First of all, when it comes to foundation, I'm going to tell you I use everything, but the way that I like to use it is that I use the BB cream. It's my favorite. I use the bisque and the honey. Do a lot of highlighting, the lighter colors. I've done a video on that, in the highlighting areas, and then the darker color all over, and kind of do a mixture of it. I love the consistency of it. I love the way it comes out. It doesn't make me oily. I cover it with the, I use the Taffeta mineral foundation powder over the BB cream. Very lightly, don't use a whole lot. Today, what I did was that I used, and I'll just kind of talk about some of the colors that I did here, because people always ask me kind of some colors and things that I use. I love for my eyes, because my eyes are kind of a hazel color, I use Heartbroken. It's kind of a burgundy-ish color. I start my eyes always with Sexy, and then I did the Heartbroken, and I did Daring, which is a brown color in the crease. I also love, as a liner a lot of times, I like the Precocious. It is kind of a purplish color, I guess bluish purplish color, and I use that a lot, as you can see, as a liner. And of course the 3D Fiber Mascara. And then on my lips, one of the things I've been doing is I love our pinks. I love the Lavish. And I also love Lovable. So I kind of mix the two and do the lighter color kind of in the center. Love the way that comes out. So some of the things that I would do kind of to finish off. One of the things that I like is brows. I kind of try to think of some things that I would use that I already have instead of buying something else. And one of the things I would do is use a little bit of the rose water and kind of wet it. You can use, if you have like a brown color of Infatuated or one of those colors of the brown pigments. But I use to highlight the Fierce, which is one of our concealer powders. I use our concealer powders for a lot of different things. I think that they're great. I don't really use them as powders as much as kind of to do different things, highlighting and things. So what I would do is I take a little bit of that, and I would use the Fierce, which is the darkest color, which I use as a highlighter, so I'm going to use it also wet as a brow highlighter. So just kind of fill in my brows with that. So one brow done, one brow not. Again, you're just using things that you already have in your makeup bag of tricks. And just kind of use that. So there you go. A little bit of brows. Okay? Can't wait to get the new brow brush, kind of do the brows, have them finished. So another thing I'm always getting asked, and I guess my little secret I tell people is that, well, first of all, I am in love with our brushes. I got them as my green gift from my sponsor. Comes in a little container like this, and I use the brushes, and I love them. I probably did not think I was going to love them as much as I do, but the eye set, I love the foundation brush and the concealer brush, which is what I'm going to show you right now. But also, if you host a party for me before the end of August, I'm going to give away the eye brush set, a drawing for anyone who hosts a party. If you're the only one who hosts a party, you're going to get it, so host a party. Okay, so one of the things that people ask me about is, what do I use as concealer? And what I use is I use the cream foundation. Again, I use Taffeta. It's kind of a yellow color. And what I do, because I don't have as much of dark circles as I did now that I'm using the all of our the Awake and the Brilliant. I'll tell you, my face is amazingly different than it ever was. But what I do is I just take this, the little brush, tap a little bit in here, and just kind of go right under my eyes. Kind of tap that in. This is what I use as my concealer. I have a little blemish there. Just kind of put that on there. And I love this because one of the problems that I have underneath my eyes has always been dryness, but I love that this is so creamy, and I just kind of come in like this. And one of the things they say is if you have a dark circle, you just want to put it kind of underneath. A myth about dark circles, actually dark circles are shadowing. It's just that you're losing fatty tissue under your eyes, so it's just the shadowing that makes it look like dark circles. Trust me, I have asked a plastic surgeon, so I know. So you just go in underneath there and you just kind of put the concealer there. Again, is it going to get rid of everything? No, but it really helps, and I really, really love this as a concealer. You know, if I have little blemishes, have this crazy little thing going on right there, you know, kind of do that, and that's it. So another finishing touch that I do, couple things. This is kind of a neat thing, is that I take one of the, you can take your powder, whatever you use, but I take, this is actually the Frisky. It's one of our concealer powders. And I'm going to do a highlighter. And what I do is I take, it's kind of cool, Curious, which is one of the pigments. And it's kind of a white, kind of iridescent color, if you can see that. So what I do is I take it and I kind of tap it with my powder. And what I'm going to do is kind of mix that together. So you're going to get a little bit of powder, but a little iridescent. And you're going to take it and go right along your nose, underneath, and then right here. Now look right there, it's just going to give you that little bit of shine that you kind of just to highlight. I also take that and kind of do it along under my eyes, along my top of my cheeks, under my eyes. Little highlighting right there. Again, it's just that little bit of iridescent that you're going to put in the places you would highlight. You also kind of do it right here. But I love it along the nose just because it kind of gives that little highlight. And pretty much that's kind of the finishing touches that I do. I love our brushes. I love using the cream foundation as my concealer. I love that my eyes are not dry at all anymore, which is so important to me. And you know, I just like using things that we already have. Again, Curious is kind of the iridescent color. Mix it with your powder. Just kind of go along and highlight. Again, Fierce, which was one of the concealer powders that I use to highlight and contour. Just use that in your brows. So just take what you have and kind of come up with creative ideas on how to use them and make everything that you have work. And that's kind of it. Set for the day. And if you need anything, www.3d-tastic.com. Find me on Facebook at Younique by Christy R. Coleman. And have any video ideas or anything you'd like me to do, just let me know. Have a great day.